Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. The rapper Tory Lanez almost died in prison, y'all. Tory is currently spending 10 years in prison after he was found guilty of shooting at the rapper Megan Thee Stallion. And he is currently trying to get an appeal because he has really stood firm on his claims that he did not shoot at Megan Thee Stallion. He claims that his DNA wasn't present on the gun and there was certain evidence that was suppressed. And also he feels like there was some foul play throughout the trial. Now, even though he was found guilty and a lot of people believe that he's guilty, there are still a lot of people who believe that he's not guilty. I mean, there is still some speculation that the real shooter was Megan's friend Kelsey, because Kelsey was mad that Megan slept with Tory behind her back and they started fighting, and the fighting led to Kelsey allegedly shooting Megan. That is what is believed, but that wasn't what was ruled in the court of law. The jury found Tory guilty. So Tory is considered guilty in the court of law. However, in the court of public opinion, there's still a large portion of people who think he's innocent and he was set up. And the fact that he's now spending 10 years in prison over this and he got stabbed up so bad that he almost lost his life is really making people wonder what is going on. Now, it was rumored that they're closer to making a decision on his appeal. So him getting stabbed at this particular time is very suspicious. Now, this is what his team said. Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back and 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he's pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. This sounds crazy, y'all. This really sounds crazy, and I'm glad he's okay. I mean, I would hate for anybody to die, and I do know that in prison they get into fights, people get stabbed, it happens, but it is kind of suspicious that this is happening during a critical time when a decision is still supposed to be made on his appeal. So I kind of wonder what's really going on. Are they trying to take Tory out? What is going on? But you know what? I'm glad he's okay. I am glad that he's okay. He might have to be isolated or put into some protective custody because him being a part of the general population is clearly not safe. Now, moving right along, Cardi B stepped out with the NFL player Stefon Diggs, and she's making things official with him. This was the guy that she allegedly was messing around with when she was pregnant with her and Offset's 3rd child. Offset cheated on Cardi B constantly throughout their marriage. I mean, there's like a whole list of women that he messed with in the industry, and she would lose it over these side chicks. In fact, she caught a charge for ordering an attack on one of his side chicks named Jade. Also, it was rumored by the blogger Goat Alexis that she thought Ari Fletcher messed around with Offset, and she ran and told Ari's boyfriend Moneybag Yo about it. And Ari was very annoyed. She said, "Coming to a woman as a woman or telling on a woman to her man gotta be the top 2 corniest, most miserable bees alive." So Ari was allegedly talking about Cardi in this tweet, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cardi did this because she typically comes at the women when they mess with her husband Offset. But I think Cardi has really reached her breaking point with Offset, and she was like, okay, if you're going to cheat on me with all these different women in the industry, I might as well get my piece too. So she started messing with the NFL player Stefon Diggs, and she started messing with him when she was actually pregnant with her and Offset's 3rd child. And of course, Offset was upset about it. Cardi B was trying to get her get back at Offset, and she used Stefon to do it. But now it seems like Cardi is actually taking Stefon seriously, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Stefon is a whole viper in these streets. I mean, he sleeps with everybody. He is truly a pass around. He was messing with Young Miami at one point, and I think he was probably messing with Cardi B around this same time too, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a loose one. If Cardi thought Offset was bad, she's in for a ride with Stefon.
Shout out to Stefon Diggs, man. Oh, yeah. By the way, Stefon Diggs is fucking 2 other active rappers. It's like y'all be claiming them, hugging them on the gram. kissing them, talking about Woman Crush Wednesday, all that bullshit. He's long dick. Well, I don't know if he got long. He is piping them hoes out. Stefon Diggs has been known for long dicking half of these rap niggas in Atlanta bitches. He's fucking all of the popping rappers, baby mamas, all type. For whatever reason, that's who Cardi B is attracted to. He done everybody's hoe in the game, which is kind of ironic because every time your girl want to get their lick back, they go to the biggest hoe.
WAP.
WAP. What does that stand for?
That's Cardi B.
Now, when the story broke that Cardi was sleeping with Stefon when she was 8 months pregnant, I didn't believe it at first. I thought, okay, this smells like a PR stunt, but apparently it is true. However, Stefon is no better than Offset. In my opinion, he's worse. In fact, he not only was messing with all these different women in the industry, but allegedly he was trying to drug and sleep with this man named Chris Blake Griffin. And Chris talked about it. He even talked about how Stefon Diggs' brother ordered an attack on him. And it's crazy how this whole story went under the radar. But the Neighborhood Talk was one of the few blogs that posted about it. And also Stefon was exposed by one of the other girls he was cheating on Cardi with named Sky Marlene. And he was put on blast for having a baby with another woman named Gazelle. So he has a whole newborn out there, but Cardi is still flaunting him around like he's a prize. Now, I do feel like Cardi is maybe using Stefon to get under Offset's skin. This is really her payback to Offset. I mean, she got with a man who's richer, who's more relevant, who looks better, and maybe it might make Offset upset. I do think Offset is jealous of the fact that Cardi moved on. However, I do hope that Cardi is not really serious about this guy, Stefon, because it would be crazy if this relationship was actually real. Now, the blogger Goat Alexis did allege that Cardi is expecting again, and she's expecting a child with Stefon. I don't know how true that is, but the Daily Mail did post an unedited picture of Cardi, and from the looks of it, it seems like she has a bump. But Cardi has 3 children, so it's not uncommon for a woman with multiple children to have a fupa. So I don't think she's pregnant. I don't know if she's pregnant. I can't assume. But if she actually is pregnant with Stefon's baby of all people, I will actually be at loss for words, honestly. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.